Are you just not seeing results in your Etsy shop? Maybe you just keep watching tons of YouTube videos trying to apply these tips and tricks, and people are contradicting each other and you don't know what to do, and you're just not getting anywhere with your Etsy shop. This video is for you. I'm actually going to go into your Etsy shops and break down exactly what to fix. And you can take these principles, apply them directly to your shop today to turn things around. And make sure you stay to the very end, because the last shop that I show you has probably the most potential of any shop that I have ever talked about on this YouTube channel. If you're new here, my name is Dylan Jarris, and I'm an Etsy seller of 7 years. I've sold over $1.5 million in revenue on the platform. That's over $1 million in profit. My entire background is corporate e-commerce, and I apply those principles to Etsy, and that's why we see very consistent results. But today I'm going to give you 8 steps that you can implement in your shop to fix it today. Before we start, I would just like you to leave a comment below if you would like me to feature your shop in a future video. We can go into your shop and point out what to fix. So all we ask is that you leave your shop name, and we will pull from those in the future. So let's dive into the first shop that was sent in, Wildlife Art by Marlene. We have 149 listings, 996 sales. Let's take a look at what is selling. We have prints, we have cards, we have pillow covers, price points from $3 up to $1,000. What I'm seeing here is that a lot of people are buying the note cards, which are the lower price point items. What is it about a note card? It's something that you would give to someone else. So I would be looking at what is giftable in this shop. And if there are not enough giftable listings, I would start creating more listings that are more giftable. You most likely would not give a pillowcase cover to someone else, but you might give a mug to someone else who really likes certain birds or animals. If you are selling fine art like this, I recommend getting into products that have more utility. So that is the direction that I would swiftly take this shop. Let's take a look at this shop. You can see that they have stylish gifts made from wool felt. It is based in France. They have 109 listings. You can see the product mix is mostly accessories. We can see that the product mix ranges from 23 cents up to $49. So these are extremely low price points. And there's so much opportunity for a shop like this that is selling wool felt items. They could get their average order value up closer to $100. But with the current product mix, they're missing a ton of opportunity. I would say the aesthetic here, it's about maybe 65% of the way there. But this shop owner really has the potential to get to 100%, premium anthropology vibes aesthetic if they want to. It just would take a little bit of direction with the product mix and with the visual merchandising. Potential is there. The creativity is there. The skill set is there. It just needs some guidance, because they could be making a lot more money if they were to rework the product mix. Let's take a look at this shop. They sent it in. It's jewelry from Portugal. So you can see they have about 56 listings. Price points range from $10, mostly around $30 up to $284. So this is very interesting to me, because they have only 8 sales, but they have 56 listings. The problem here is all to do with the value proposition, the combination of the listing photos and the price. The value is simply not in alignment. For example, if you look at this, right, it's a bracelet, $85. But you can see the background is not ideal. It's a little bit blurry, out of focus, a little pixelated. And you can see we have a lot of photos with hands holding things, but this up close where you can see all the little lines in a hand, right? It can be a little bit distracting from the product. So with price points as such, if you're trying to sell things over $100, you do have to present your items in a more elevated premium manner. Otherwise, they simply won't sell. So I'm talking about the background, I'm talking about lighting, what used to be the 10 types of photos to have in your listings. Now in our new program, the Ultimate Etsy course, we've actually expanded this quite a bit. And now there are 18 different types of photos that you could include in your listings. Now, I'm also noticing the SEO is very broken here. So that's probably another reason they're not getting much traffic. But ultimately, value proposition, we need to get that in alignment. That's what we would want to work on right away with the shop. Now let's look at this shop. all things Grace Art. So they have 40 listings, they have 26 sales. Let's take a look at what was selling. Okay, a little bit of a variety. In New Jersey, it looks like they're shipping items themselves, but if you scroll through this, the problem is some of these listings, it's starting to look like you've listed something on Facebook Marketplace and it's, something that was in your closet. So especially the way the flat lays are, the background, the lighting, everything, right? It does not look like, a premium boutique. It's all about how they're positioning this because the product itself looks like embroidery. It could be fantastic quality. They could charge way more than what they're charging here. Photos can make someone not buy something that they would otherwise want. So at this point with this shop, the photos are really lowering the value of the product. With things like this, it's going to be very, very difficult to get sales. The good thing is photos are something you can fix, something you can improve. You have the ability to make the product, right? It's just the presentation. The SEO also needs to have a total overhaul here, but photos are the top priority to fix. Now let's dive into this shop. Now I'm excited about the potential for this shop because I can tell the shop owner has great skills. Looks like they're making a lot of felt applique type of items like name signs. They have hair clips, they have wreaths. So the idea of these felt floral accents are great, but when applied to these specific products, they lose that premium feel. So for example, when they are put on, a wreath that is like this, or when you put it onto a dark, wooden sign that is like this. These are great, beautiful, detailed products, but they could have so much more value if you applied those elements to something else. So the key here is make sure that you apply your artistic concepts to the right products. I would probably go a different route where maybe I'm doing felt bows. Maybe you could do something like these felt letters. These are from Anthropologie. Or you could do something like these felt, hair clips. These hair clips are done in a different manner than the floral hair clips. Similar concept, different execution. Or you could do something like these felt bows, right? Bows are very trendy for 2024. That would be a great product to apply the felt idea with. Okay, now let's dive into this jewelry shop. You can see they're in Florida. They have 16 listings and 23 sales. Let's take a look at what was selling. Okay, we have some Panthers products. Looks like mostly the letter bracelets are what is selling. But you can see there's 16 products are all beaded bracelets. So right now it is a very one-dimensional product mix. I think there is a gigantic opportunity for this shop owner to expand their product mix. And I would use the 7 types of products framework to have different listings with different purposes. And what I would like to see happen with this shop is instead of 16 different listings that are all bracelets, maybe 16 different listings that are all completely different products. The big takeaway here is to focus on the 7 types of products framework to grow your shop much, much faster. So no one-dimensional product mixes allowed. If you really want to scale your revenue and your order count as quickly as humanly possible, you've got to have a dynamic product mix. Not all one thing, not all one price point, different listings, different purposes. You might think, what is she talking about? One example of this is the idea of a loss leader. A loss leader is something lower price point, lower margin. You're not going to lose money on it, but the entire purpose is to have mass appeal. You're going to get like 20 orders on this per day minimum. That's the idea of a loss leader. Its whole purpose is to get up your order number, that number under your shop name. So this shop needs a dynamic product mix. The 7 types of products framework would be exactly what I would use to build that out. This next shop is interesting. It's called Grateful God Liza, not Godzilla, and it looks like it is a mix of print on demand and physical products. Now, the big takeaway here is that with the physical products where they are selling kits and kind of gift boxes, gift baskets, you can see like stocking stuffers, like a culmination of products. You've really got to make sure when you are selling grouped items like a gift box or a gift basket or an activity kit, you've got to be really clear about what they're getting. This means less distractions around it in terms of props, in terms of overlays, in terms of backgrounds. You can see with this, for example, we see some stocking stuffers, but the background is so busy that the actual value of the product gets a little bit lost in it. You can see with this one that it is a wedding activity kit for kids, but it's very mysterious as to what might be in it because we have these big overlays that are covering the product, and the product isn't quite visible in this type of a bag. You've got to be really clear about what the product is, what the value is. And I'm not talking about in the description or in your 10 different listing photos. I'm talking about in your main thumbnail. It's got to be really obvious right there. In the last shop that I want to show you, I said it has the most opportunity of any Etsy shop that I've ever talked about on my YouTube channel. This is it. It's called Tuscany Avenue Co. And you can see this shop has 21 listings in it, and they are all engraved Stanley cups. Right now, this shop is built and relying on one product, a very trendy product. And I would ask what's going to happen in 2 to 3 years. You can see when you look back at their sales, their first products were also this traction. It's gotten 1,300 sales on this one type of product. So this is a very risky situation that we need to mitigate. So what we would want to do with this shop is immediately, dramatically work on building up a brand. And we would do that in order to truly blow this shop up because they have not even scratched the surface of potential. The problem is if they wait 6 months to try to do this with their shop, it would be a big missed opportunity because there's an opportunity cost to waiting to build your brand. This is the time while they have an order velocity going. This is the time to expand the product mix. This is the time to establish a brand. This is the time to really develop and hone in on profitable customers. So this shop has a ton of missed opportunity just sitting on the table. And if they don't take advantage of that opportunity, I would have regrets for them. Make sure that if you are getting traction in your shop and it's based on one product, that during this period of time while you are still picking up momentum and picking up traction, that you are taking the time to make sure you're building a brand that is focused on LTV, lifetime value of the customer. That is the big takeaway here. I hope these tips were helpful for you. If you would like our one-on-one coaching for your Etsy shop, we do have private one-on-one coaching available. Just schedule a free call with us using the link in our description box, and we'd be happy to show you what it looks like so you can see it before you decide if it's right for you. And we are also much more exclusive now about who we work with. We want to make sure that whoever we are taking the time to help is actually committed to growing their business. So that is what that conversation is about. And don't forget to leave a comment with your shop name below if you would like us to feature it in a future YouTube video where we show you what to fix in your shop. We would love to do that. And lastly, make sure to head over to Instagram at Dylan Jarris because we'd love to chat with you more about any takeaways or questions that you have about what you learned today. All right, we'll see you guys in the next video.
After I joined the program, I gained so much clarity. Dylan is a wealth of knowledge and she shares all of her secrets with you. That coaching aspect of it, you can't get that through reading or watching videos. So that's what makes this program really unique.